Alright, y'all, what is up? Welcome into yet another day of picking baseball games. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Yesterday, guys, we went 5-7. That is not very good. I should have never said that I was back. But yeah, today, guys, we continue to fall down the ladder, and we got a tougher slate of games. Today, we need a good day. Let's just hop right into it. Getting things started today, we have the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Detroit Tigers. Gavin Williams is on the mound today for the Cleveland Guardians against Tyler Holton for the Detroit Tigers. I liked what I'm seeing out of Tyler Holton in his couple of starts. Two of them against the Cleveland Guardians, and he has been lights out, both of them. And Gavin Williams, he's had two starts against the Tigers, and they just haven't gone good. So for that, I will be taking the Tigers today. Next game, the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Give me the Orioles today. Corbin Burns is on the mound. He's a different animal against Chris Bassett, who got tagged for 8 earned runs last start against the Tampa Bay Rays. I've just not liked what I've seen out of Chris Bassett. For that, I'll be taking the Orioles today. Next game, the New York Yankees taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. The Yankees put on a clinic yesterday. They hit 7 home runs. Jazz Chisholm got his first as a Yankee. Aaron Nolan's on the mound today. He's been lights out lately. And Garrett Cole, he's 3-2 with a 5.4 ERA. He is starting to figure it out a little bit, but the Phillies offense has just been a different animal lately, and for that I'll be taking the Phillies today. Next game, the Miami Marlins taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Jeffrey Springs is on the mound today for the Tampa Bay Rays. I think he gets shelled. He's making his first start since April 2023. I just don't think it's going to go good, but I don't think it's going to go good either for Edward Cabrera, who's making his 5th start of the season. He's 1-3 with a 7.04 ERA. And I thought about taking the Marlins, but I was like, no. The Rays are definitely a better team in this situation, and for that, I will be taking the Tampa Bay Rays today. It's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be close. I would not be surprised if the Marlins win today, but I got to take the Rays. Next game, the Chicago Cubs taking on the Cincinnati Reds. I will be taking the Chicago Cubs today. Justin Steele has been lights out lately. He is a .96 ERA in his last 5 starts. On the season, he's 2-4 with a 3.08 ERA. I just liked what I've seen out of Justin Steele, and he's had a great June, a great July, and he's pitched really well against the Cincinnati Reds in his career. So for that, I'll be taking the Cubs today. Our next game, the Seattle Mariners taking on the Boston Red Sox. Wow. Red Sox put on a clinic. They scored 10 runs in 2 innings. And the matchup today is Luis Castillo against James Paxton. This is a shootout. This game is destined to be a shootout. James Paxton is making his first start with the Boston Red Sox since he got traded, and a little bit of a reunion here, even though he left for half a season. Yeah, and Luis Castillo has been not very good on the road. So he's amassed like all 8 of his wins at home. He's been very, very bad on the road. And James Paxton, I just don't know how he's going to do in his first start. It's very uncertain. I got to take the Mariners, dude. I trust Luis Castillo so much more. And no less, a little bit of reverse psychology to get my Red Sox another win, because that's all I want to see at this point. But yeah, so I don't know. I trust Luis Castillo a lot more. I don't know how good James Paxton is going to be, because he really fell off in June and July when he was with the Dodgers. But yeah, I will be taking the Mariners just for kind of a safe pick today. Our next game, the Minnesota Twins taking the New York Mets. David Fiesta's on the mound today for the Twins against Sean Manaea. Mets blow them out again. Mets won 15-2 yesterday. I think this has a chance of happening again today, because Sean Manaea has been lights out. He's probably been the best pitcher on the New York Mets lately. And for that, I will be taking the New York Mets today. Our next game, the Texas Rangers take on the St. Louis Cardinals. Max Scherzer is on the mound today against Lance Lynn. Give me the Rangers. Rangers got a big win yesterday, 6-3. Very, very clutch win. And Max Scherzer's been pitching a lot better lately. He's had a great last 2 starts where he's only given up 1 earned run in those 2 starts. And against a Cardinals offense that has cooled off a little bit. Against a whole Cardinals team that has cooled off a little bit as well, as a whole. And Lance Lynn, he just hasn't been good this season. And for that, I will be taking the Texas Rangers today. Our next game, the Houston Astros taking the Pittsburgh Pirates. Lock of the day right here. Give me the Astros. Hunter Brown has probably been the best pitcher since the month of June. He won pitcher of the month in June, might win it again in July. And the Astros, even though they lost yesterday, they're still on a roll. They're on a 2-game losing streak. I totally expect them to bounce back today against Bailey Falter, who is just not been good. I couldn't believe when I saw his ERA is as low as a 4.08 ERA. It's definitely much higher than that if you watch him pitch. For that, though, I will be taking the Astros as my lock of the day today. Our next game, the KC Royals taking on the Chicago White Sox. Give me the Royals again today. Michael Wacha is on the mound today against Jonathan Cannon. Sorry about that. I just don't like what I've seen out of the White Sox. I didn't like what I saw out of them yesterday. Chris Flexen finally had a good start, and the White Sox bullpen could not anchor it down. And I think the misery continues for the White Sox in a Royals win. Our next game, the Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Atlanta Braves. Give me the Brewers again. Brewers offense just continues to cook, and Bryce Elder is going to get shelled today. Bryce Elder against lefties this season, they are batting .315 against him. And Bryce Elder this season, 1-4, 6.35 ERA. It just does not work for me, and for that, I'll be taking the Brewers. Our next game, the Colorado Rockies taking on the Los Angeles Angels. I will be taking the Rockies today. Cal Quantrill's on the mound today against Griffin Canning. Cal Quantrill, in his last start, he shut down my Boston Red Sox and yelled at Reese McGuire and something very inappropriate I cannot say on here. Make sure you guys go check my Instagram stories, and I'm sure you can find it. And Griffin Canning, he has a massive home run problem. He's 3-10 with a 5.04 ERA. The Rockies hit a lot of home runs. Part of that is because they play in cores, but it's also just they hit a lot of home runs. They have a lot of power hitters, and I just think Griffin Canning is walking right into a trap. That is the Colorado Rockies offense. For that, I'll be taking the Rockies today. Our next game, the Washington Nationals taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks today. Give me the D-backs. I know that Ryan Nelson has just not been good at home this season. He's way better on the road away from Chase Field. And where this pick falls apart for me is when Patrick Corbin is on the mound today. And to be honest, though, Patrick Corbin, he has been good lately. He did give up 3 runs to the Padres, but then the rest of the way, he was lights out. He's still 2-10 with a 5.2 ERA. But I'm just going to go with the team who has been red hot lately. That team's the Arizona Diamondbacks. Next game, the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the San Diego Padres. Rivalry game. Tyler Glasnow is on the mound today against Matt Waldron. I will be taking the Los Angeles Dodgers today. I just don't like what I've seen out of Matt Waldron. He's been super inconsistent. His knuckleball, I mean, it's a great pitch, but it doesn't work with a runner on third. Usually a pass ball. Yeah, I just like what I've seen out of Tyler Glasnow. He's been shaky, but he's also been really, really good. And for that, I'll be taking the Dodgers today. Last game of the day, the Oakland Athletics taking on the San Francisco Giants. Robbie Ray he just looked like injuries don't matter at all. And Robbie Ray pitched lights out against the Los Angeles Dodgers. At least through the first 2 innings, it was a struggle. But then from there on, he looked like the best pitcher in the nation. I think that continues today against a Oakland Athletics lineup that of course, came off another great series against the Los Angeles Angels. But the Giants, I think, are a different animal. And for that, I will be taking the San Francisco Giants. That will end today's slate of picks. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you guys go check out my IG at Big Four Sports Podcast. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.